here with your breath. Holding Pran Mudra. So Pran Mudra is this beautiful activation of pranavayu, which is a drawing in of the energy. With your eyes closed for a moment, just start to feel that connection to your breath. And as you next inhale, feel like you're collecting your energy back in. And as you exhale, feel like you're grounding your energy down through the earth, through your tailbone, 500 feet down, Pranavayu. So again, the inhale is Pranavayu, this great drawing, collecting in of your own light, your own energy. And as you exhale, it's grounding down, Pranavayu. And so the breath is this dance, right, between prana and apana, between expansion, contraction. It's the spanda, right? It's that divine pulsation that we have in our lives. As you start to maybe bring your knees into your chest, move slowly and keep that connection to your breath. Maybe you hug your knees in, maybe you rock side to side for a few moments. So we'll continue with a bit of this core awakening for just a moment here by bringing that awareness to the core, right? So we're not going to come back into Navasana. And maybe now you start to rock and roll your way up to seated. Just rocking and rolling 3 times. If you can, touch your feet and then rock back. Touch feet, rock back. Massaging the Dumai, the UB channels of the body. And then the last 3rd time coming all the way up. And then setting your feet about hip-width distance apart. So I'm Emily. Hi. I've magically transformed. And then go ahead and plant your hands underneath your shoulders. If your wrists are tender, spin your hands away. Otherwise, hands come under shoulders. Shoulder blades are down the back. As you next inhale, it's either like a hammock, a baby, tabletop, or the hips come all the way up towards the sky. And maybe you rock just in little circles to the right. Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose. And then going the other way. As you next inhale now, take your hips to the floor, and then step your feet together. Wrap your arms around your shins. If you can, connect your eyes to the eyes of your knees and curl in. And taking a moment here to return to your sankalpa, your deepest intention, and that connection to the light within. I like to think of Ganesh here, our elephant friend, our remover of obstacles, but he's also that way in which we're able to get out of our own way so we can experience our own light. As you next inhale, just slowly roll your way up. And just cross your ankles or cross your legs for just a moment. We're going to take Ganesh Mudra. So I'm going to spin my right hand towards my heart, and the left hand's going to face my right. I'm going to C-cup my fingers. Have your hands slightly off the chest, and then feel like your elbows are reaching out, but soften your shoulder blades down the back. Right? As we inhale, we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you want to feel like you're pulling your hands away from each other. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Creating space in the heart. One more time. Inhale, deep breath. Lift the pelvic floor. Exhale. Beautiful. Now gently release the hands and just turn the wrists. C-cup. Inhale. Ganesh Mudra. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Exhale. Again, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, removing obstacles. Inhale. Clearing the path. Exhale. Beautiful. And gently releasing your hands. Planting your hands in front of you. It's downward facing dog when you're ready. So go ahead, plant the hands, tuck the toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Okay. Maybe you pedal out your feet here for a moment. Take your time. One knee in, then the other. Just walk it out. As you next inhale, float your right leg to the sky with a deep breath. And as you exhale, step it through for a low lunge. It's foot between hands. The back knee is going to connect to the earth. Keep your toes tucked. Okay. As you inhale, float the arms. Drop your tailbone and start to lift the heart. So we're trying to lift from the pelvic floor and tone the belly. And as you next inhale, feel like the energy is coming from the pelvic floor to the heart. Deep breath, inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead, take the hands to the floor. The left hand firm, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Hug your inner thighs in, Uddiyana, Mula Bandha. As you inhale, peel that left arm open. Right arm open towards the sky. Ujjayi breath. There you go, yeah. Try to stack your shoulders. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Now as you exhale, it's hand to floor. Step back to plank pose, straight and strong. Now listen, it's either down dog or shift your weight into your left hand, left foot. It's side plank, Vashisthasana. So if you like shifting it, shoulder and wrist in one line, and then the arm reaches to the sky. Uddiyana Bandha, feel like you're zipping your legs. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, it's hand to floor. Plank pose, straight and strong. Down dog, child's pose, or chaturanga. And if you're coming from chaturanga, it's up dog on your inhale, heart lifting, tailbone long. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Beautiful. And as you exhale, it's low lunge. Step your foot between your hands, back knee down, toes are tucked. And then as you inhale, the heart lifts, the arms reach. So as we start to clear that path, right, we use the breath to dredge the channels of resistance, of tension. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Again, feel like you're isometrically drawing the feet towards each other, lifting the pelvic floor. Deep breath. Exhaling, hands connect to earth. Right hand firms, lift your right knee. Inhaling, left arm peels open. Ujjayi breath. Now the inner thighs hug in, right? There's a connection between the inner thighs. Full breath, inhale. Exhale, it's hand to floor. Step back to plank, straight and strong. Now it's right hand, right foot, side plank, Vashisthasana, or skip it. Down dog or child's pose. Ujjayi for one. Find the connection between your breath and the core. Take the energy to the solar plexus, right? That's where we refine. Take a full breath, inhale, exhale, hand to floor. Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Or child's pose, knees to floor, hips to heels. Beautiful. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha, tops of the feet root. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Sweet. So Ganesh is also known to have that little bit of prasad, like, right? He's a big fan of the sweet treats. Find the sweetness here. Find the sweetness. Take a full breath, inhale. Now as you exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, gaze forward. Either walk or step or float to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow it in, forward fold, Uttanasana. And as you inhale, sit down, reach up, chair pose, Utkatasana. And then drop your tailbone. Now, the feeling of isometrically bringing the inner thighs towards each other lifts the pelvic floor. So you want to feel like you're hugging the midline, reaching through the fingertips quite a bit. Now, to go ahead and start to look down, we're going to take our right hand to our right hip, right? Take a deep breath, inhale. Now, as you exhale, reach out, 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 out. And then your left elbow is going to come to your right thigh. Your hands are going to come into prayer mudra. Go ahead, look to your toes and your knees. Try to keep them even, Steven. And then continue to twist to the right. Try to even up the knees, right? Ujjayi. Beautiful. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, tone your belly, sit down, reach up. Inhale, it's chair pose, Utkatasana. Big burst of energy, tailbones long. Beautiful. Now, left hand to left hip. Right arm reaches, deep breath. Inhale, exhale, reach out, 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 out. And then it's elbow to thigh, hands together, Anjali Mudra, looking to your toes. Even up the hips. Trust the strength of your legs. So often our obstacles are actually really parts of ourselves that we're trying to integrate. It's that shadow element sometimes that needs to be acknowledged. And once we clear the path, right, that inner radiance can shine forth. Sit down, chair pose, Utkatasana. And as you exhale, swan dive in, forward fold, Uttanasana, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to floor or shins. Now listen, if you have a crow pose or crane pose, you can plant your hands and come into Bakasana and then shoot back to Chaturanga through your Vinyasa. Otherwise, if you like, plant your hands, step it back, it's downward facing dog. So it's your Vinyasa or it's downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha. The pose starts with the tops of the feet. Beautiful. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Right leg floats as you next inhale, deep breath. Exhale, knee to nose, bring it in, forehead to knee, curl, Uddiyana. Feel that. Now inhale, reach it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, take your right knee to your left armpit or elbow, pause. Okay, kick your leg out to the floor on the side. The outer edge of the foot's gonna be down. Shift your weight into your right hand. And as you inhale, take reverse wild thing, peeling your left arm open towards the sky. Find the connection to the core. Take a full breath here, inhale. Exhaling, hand to floor. Inhale, three-legged dog, float the leg. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Foot between hands, back knee down, toes tucked. You can do it. Inhaling, arms float. Anjaneyasana, drop the tailbone, lift the heart. Take a full breath here. And as you exhale, it's hands to floor. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knees, step it back, plank pose. Now listen carefully, stay in plank. As you exhale, it's right knee to nose, just curl it in. Inhale, plank pose, step it back. Exhale, left knee to chest, just bring it in. Beautiful, inhale, plank, nice and strong. Exhale, chaturanga, or skip it. It's down dog or child's pose. Beautiful, inhaling, it's Urdhva Mukha, heart lifting, tops of the feet root. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Try to really spread through your fingers. You should hear yourself breathing. Beautiful, inhaling, left leg floats, take it up. Exhaling, it's knee to nose, hug it in, Uddiyana. Find the connection. Inhale, reach it up, three-legged dog. You can do it. Exhale, under to the right, left knee to the right armpit or elbow. Then kick the leg out to the side, edge of the foot to the floor, shift weight into left hand, and then inhale, peel it open. Ananda is that bliss of experience, right? Ananda, finding that inner joy. Beautiful, exhale, hand to floor. Three-legged dog as you inhale, lift it up if you need to adjust that back foot. Exhale, step through low lunge, foot between hands, back knee down. Keep it juicy here, right? Inhaling, arms float, tailbones long, heart lift. Find the connection between the feet, Apanavayu and Pranavayu, right? That Pran Mudra in the heart. Take a deep breath here, inhale, exhaling, hands connect down. And then go ahead, firm that hand into the floor, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Step it back, plank pose, straight and strong. Exhale, left knee to chest, curl it in. Plank pose, step it back, woohoo. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, plank, nice and long. Exhale, chaturanga or skip it. Up dog on your inhale, heart lifts, tailbone long. Downward facing dog. Nice work. Go ahead, take your knees to the floor. Take the knees apart, but the feet together. It's child's pose with the knees wide. Beautiful. Settle into your breath and spin your hands to the sky if you can, reversing your wrist. Again, coming back to your deepest intention, your sankalpa. And this is another moment you might want to draw in, Ganesh, right, our elephant friend. His mantra is Om Gang Ganapataye Namaha. And it's that way in which we're able to clear our own space so that all that's waiting for us, that light-filled, joyful life comes in if we create the space for it, right? As you spin your hands down, go ahead, inhale, come onto all fours. It's Anahata Asana, puppy dog pose. So you've got a couple options here for Anahata. Try to have the knees and hips in one line so you can be a baby puppy, Chihuahua, or full-on puppy dog pose. You want to be like a big Great Dane. Reach your arms out, melt the heart towards the floor. Now, if your heart touches down, you can teep your fingers like teepees and melt the heart. Maybe look forward. Create space with the breath and keep it flowing, fluid. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, take the breath where you need it. If you need to back out, right? Exhale, settle in somewhere. One more time, full breath, inhale. Exhale, going a little bit deeper, and on your next inhale, start to walk your way up, nice and slow. Onto all fours. And then go ahead, sit back on your heels, hands to thighs for a moment. So we're going to take a variation of camel, and we're going to tuck the toes. So you're going to want to have your toes tucked, and you want to have your thigh bones parallel to each other. So as you inhale, go ahead, come onto your knees for a moment, and take your hands to your hips. Try to drop the tailbone quite a bit, and isometrically pull your inner thighs together. Okay. Now from here, we're going to take the hands to the heart, and try to bring the energy up towards the heart space. We have a few choices here. You can stay here and just inhale, lift into your sternum, or into your thumbs with your sternum as you inhale. As you exhale, you can start to lean the heart back. If it's available to you, start to reach the left hand down towards your left ankle, keeping the right thumb to the right sternum. Keep lifting the heart towards the sky. Maybe you lean back just a little bit more. Stay here or square the ribs even more. As you next inhale, extend the right arm out behind you in space. And then expand through the heart center. Reach up and back, up and back. Take your inner thighs back. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale, thumb to sternum. Tone your belly. Inhale, come up. Then go ahead, sit on your heels. So we'll switch sides. So if you can, do that squaring of the ribs, and it keeps it nice and even. Yeah. Resting here. You can also take a baby camel here, which is the hands back on the floor, and lift the heart. Or you'll join us for second side. Inhaling, coming onto your knees, hands to heart center. Dropping the tailbone again, and then isometrically, inner thighs hug in. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, start to lean the heart up and back. So we're inhaling into the thumbs, exhaling, maybe leaning back, and then maybe you reach your right hand back to your heel. Square your ribs by bringing your right ribs more forward. And then as you next inhale, maybe you expand your left arm out behind you, and then lift up and back for 2. Push into the feet, 3. Deep breath, inhale, exhaling left thumb to sternum. Inhale, coming up. Beautiful. Sitting down, untuck your toes. Go ahead, sit on your heels. Beautiful. And then take your knees really wide. Come onto your hands for a moment and lift your hips. And you're going to sit between the heels if you can. So this might be your pose, or it's going to be funky frog. We're going to start to walk the hands out. And if you can hang out here. Your hips are going to come off your heels. That's fine. Or you can make Joshua tree arms, and then the heart's going to melt. So you might need to widen your knees a bit more. Frog pose variation. We often carry a lot of resistance in the inner thighs. So it's liver channel, kidney channel in that inner thigh. A lot of liver, a lot of pent-up emotions, anger, resistance, right? It's a great little place to store things for later. And so right now we're going to clear it out with the breath. Take a deep breath, inhale, and then exhale out the mouth. One more time, deep breath, inhale. And then slowly start to walk your way up. Be nice and gentle. Bring your knees towards each other, gently walk them in. And then we're going to come right into down dog. Come onto all fours, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing. Go ahead, walk out your dog for a moment, taking one knee in and then the other. Take a deep breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, gaze forward. Either step, float, walk, jump, crawl it up. Halfway lift and held. Exhale, bow, let it go. And then reverse swan dive up. Ground through your feet, lift your heart, gaze to thumbs. Exhaling, hands come to heart center. Samasthiti. Beautiful. So we're going to take eagle pose, Garundasana. So we're going to stand on the left foot, and you're going to take your hands to your hips. And just start to bend into your left knee. So there's lots of variations here. Option 1, we can just hang out here with your ankle across your knee. You can take that same Joshua tree arms, or if you like Garunda Mudra, thumbs hook, and you can create feathers across the heart. Okay? Or it's full Garundasana. So the knee's going to cross over, toes tuck, and then you want to candy cane the opposite arm under. Eagle arms, right? Drop your tailbone, lift your heart. Ujjayi breath. For 1. And 2. Beautiful. Now slowly release. Inhale, float the arms up. Straight up overhead, step the foot down, lift through the heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Switching sides when you're ready. Rooting into that right foot. Left foot's going to lift. And again, if you like, you can cactus the arms, hang out here. Or it's full eagle pose, knee crosses, toes tuck. And then candy cane. One of the fun things to do here to really get into the back of the heart is to take your elbows up and your hands away. There's a lot of toxicity that's stored in the muscles that surround the scapula. So we're trying to access that space so that the heart, the energy can move from the heart, right, in this beautiful radiant way. As you next inhale, lift your elbows a little more, take your hands away from your face. And as you exhale, slowly unwind, step the foot down, inhaling, arms float. Exhale, swan dive in, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to floor or shins. Exhaling, stepping or moving through your vinyasa, or go to downward facing dog. Breathing. The breath is a link between the body and the mind. Keep the connection to the breath. As you next inhale, you're going to float the right leg up with a deep breath. As you exhale, step it right into warrior two. So foot between hands, and then your back foot's going to spin to ground. As you inhale, it's right into Virabhadrasana 2. And then gaze to your middle finger. Ujjayi breath. You want to have your knee over your ankle if you can, and drop your tailbone. Okay. Hug the floating ribs in. I like to think of Durga here, like she's got all her arms going on, right? She's got all these things that she's doing, but then she's also deeply present. So feeling the back of your body while being deeply present right here in your feet, in your arms, in your legs, behind your head. You have eyes. You can feel what's happening. As you inhale, go ahead, straighten that front leg. We're going to go to triangle pose. So if you can, really ignite the legs a lot. As you inhale, reach up and out of the pelvis. As you exhale, start to reach, and then allow the hand to leg on the floor or the shin, and then the opposite hand comes to the sky. And find your triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Ignite from the center. Ignite from the center. The posture radiates from the solar plexus. Lift your pelvic floor, tone your belly, hug your floating ribs in. Beautiful. Now take a deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Hug the low belly in again. Inhale. It's warrior two. Come up. When you're ready, bend your front knee. Here you are. Back hand to back leg. Flip your front arm. Reverse your warrior. Deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, again, it's forearm to thigh or it's hand to floor. Side angle pose. Utthita Parsvakonasana. So for those of you who have a wrapping practice and you like to wrap and bind, not like wrap, but bind, go ahead. Keep the breath fluid. When you're ready to come up, release the bind. Exhale, tone the belly, and then inhale, sweep it back to warrior two. Beautiful. And when you're ready, it's a vinyasa or it's down dog. Hands to floor, plank, maybe chaturanga, maybe not. Urdhva Mukha on the inhale, heart lifts, and then exhaling, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Activate your hands. Push your floor away in your arms, right? Take your inner thighs back to the wall behind you and tone the low belly. Bring the energy to the heart, okay? Inhaling, the left leg will float with a deep breath. Exhale, step through to warrior two, Vira two. Big step forward, back foot grounds, and then like Durga, we find our way in. Focus on that middle finger. She's got that third eye, like that beautiful sense of vision, inner drishti, right? As you inhale, go ahead, straighten the leg, ignite the legs fiercely. Exhale, reach. It's hand to leg or floor outside shin, and then opposite hand to sky, Utthita Trikonasana. And then ignite from the center. There's a tendency here to forget about that ignition piece, right? You want to feel like the pose is radiating the energy. All this light that we're talking about cultivating, right? Be that light right here, right now. Exhale, tone your belly. Inhale, sweep it back to warrior two. And then it's back hand to back leg. Flip the front arm, reverse your warrior with a deep breath. Beautiful. And exhaling, it's forearm to thigh or hand to floor, or setting it for your bind. Side angle pose. And just going as far as you can go. Ujjayi breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. Exhale, tone your belly. Inhale, sweep it up to warrior two. Big burst of energy, look to your middle finger. Exhale, vinyasa, it's hands to floor, plank. Maybe it's chaturanga, maybe you skip it. Halfway is chaturanga. Inhaling Urdhva Mukha, heart lifts, up dog, yeah? Exhaling Adho Mukha, up and back, downward facing dog. Ooh, yeah. Sweeten it up here. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Let's take a lion's breath. So as you inhale, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, it's out the mouth. If you like, you can even extend your tongue and like get crazy. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, deep full breath. We're going to bend the knees, look at your hands, gaze forward, step, jump, float, or crawl it up. When you're ready, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Beautiful. As you inhale, it's chair pose, Utkatasana, our old friend, sitting down, reaching up. And then exhaling, coming to standing, hands at the heart, Samasthiti. Shifting your weight into your left foot, it's tree pose, our old friend. So we've got a couple options here for tree. There's a tendency to drop the energy, and so we want to really feel like we're lifting the energy. So if you like, it's hand below the knee, or perhaps taking your foot above the knee, or your foot above the knee, or below the knee, hands to heart center. Another option here would be Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So if you have hand to foot pose, you can take your peace fingers, your peace out, dude, fingers, hook them around your toes. We are from Santa Cruz after all. And then go ahead and extend the leg. So you can take that variation if you like. Otherwise, it's tree. And then from tree, keep your hands at the heart, or grow your tree to your degree. When you're ready, arms can float. If you have your hand and foot connected, on your next inhale, take your leg to the side, and maybe you look over your shoulder, being aware of your neighbor. Beautiful. Stay connected. Leg to center if it's to the side. Tree people, hands to heart. Everyone, take your hands to your hips, catch your foot, or catch your hips with your hands. Kick out your leg, pause here, and then gently release the leg and shake it out. We'll do second side. So all that core work comes in handy, yeah? Go ahead, stand on the right foot now, lifting your left leg, and it's either tree pose, baby tree. You could be a redwood, have the foot above the knee, or if you like, peace out, take your hands in your foot and connect them. So if you've got hand to foot, if you can, hand to hip, and then keep Uddiyana Bandha, keep lifting through the heart. When you're ready for tree, go ahead, grow your tree when you're ready, and then hand to foot people, when you're ready on the inhale, go ahead, take your leg to the side. Ujjayi breath for 1, 2. And when you're ready, leg to center, fist to the side. Everyone, tree people, when you're ready, hands to hips. And if you can, catch your hips, kick out your leg. Everyone meeting up for 1. Maybe you point your foot, 2. Then go ahead, release your leg, shake them out. Nice work. Take your hands to your heart. Inhale, release the arms and then float them overhead, deep breath. Exhale, bow it in, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float. Your vinyasa will meet in downward facing dog. Ujjayi. Beautiful. On your next inhale, go ahead and float the right leg to the sky. And as you exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Okay, pause here. All right, we're gonna take the right hand inside the right foot, and then just toe heel your right foot to the right just a little bit more. Okay, keep your back heel lifted. Now you can stay here for lizard, or you can become a low lunging lizard. The knee can come to the floor. If you're really open here, you can take your forearms down. So this is where I like to evoke Ganesh once again. This is like the deep obstacles of the hip joint, right? Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. When we start to really open into the hips, right, that inner power that we can access in the hips starts to come forth, and we can bring it more to the solar plexus. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, create space. Exhale, tone your belly, start to walk your way up on your next inhale. Okay, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step it back, downward facing dog. Walk it out for a moment, just pedal your feet. Stay here, or as you inhale, float your right leg to the sky, right side still. Exhale, bend your right knee, and maybe you take your right foot towards the floor for Wild Thing. So for those of you who have a Wild Thing practice, you don't know where you're going, you can stay in down dog, foot to floor. Peeling it open. If you've got a tree in the way, you can stay in down dog. And when you're ready, it's hand to floor, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg floats. Exhale, step through. High lunge. Keep the knee lifted. Take your left hand inside your left foot. Toe heel your foot to the edge of your mat. Stay high or go low, low, low. Low, low, low. Ujjayi. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. getting out of our own way, so that we can live that life, right? That light of love, of light, all those things that we cultivate in our practice, in our little time here on the mat. It's beautiful to take it off the mat too, right? So we have a really full life that's integrated. Take one more breath here, inhale, and then start to walk your way up. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, downward facing dog. Stay here or float your left leg, inhale, bend your knee, foot to floor. If you like, just a wild thing for a moment, inhaling, heart lifts. Exhaling, extracting yourself. Go ahead, take your knees to the floor, hips to heels, child's pose, letting it go.